The government of Dominica has begun a captive breeding program for our two endemic birds. On Saturday, March 17, 2018, 12 birds, 10 jackals and 2 ciceros, were exported legally to Germany via St. Lucia. Arrangements were made with the German authorities, the Federal Agency for Nature Conservation, who is the CITES Management Authority, to get the required documents to allow the safe transfer. The birds will be kept in Germany at the facilities of the Association for the Conservation of Threatened Parrots, ACTP, for research into the breeding, particularly of the cicero, as a backup population in the event that the local population was to go extinct. Conservation may be in situ or ex situ, meaning it can be done locally or externally. Dominica does not have either, with the exception of the birds that are out in the wild exposed to the forces of nature. The birds kept for display at the Botanic Garden is by no means a conservation program. There are no protocols for caring for the birds or managing the birds. The birds are kept at the facility and fed. I have noticed many health issues with the birds kept at the facility based on the feeding and other husbandry practices. There's one bird that was exported to Florida for health reasons with no agreement with the government of Dominica. There are no indications of the reason for keeping the bird or why the bird cannot return to Dominica. Before the transfer was made with ACTP, we checked with the sister islands of St. Lucia and St. Vincent regarding the reputation of the organization and whether there were any problems experienced. They assured us that they have not had issues with their birds and they are not worried of extinction of their bird if they were to be impacted by a natural disaster, be it hurricane or volcanic eruption. I have reviewed further the program with the Brazilian government of the Spix macaw, which was extinct in the wild by 2000, but by 2006 there were 50 and now there are 156. In 2019, they will be released back into the wild in Brazil. Modern day breeding techniques, such as artificial inseminations, was used to obtain these results. We have been told how difficult it is to breed this bird, and as such, the use of modern science will definitely enhance the program to protect the bird. After witnessing the devastating effects of Hurricane Maria on the forests and the birds, and the impending upcoming more active hurricane season, it became evident that the birds, if left in the forest, will be impacted again and could possibly lead to extinction. There's no forest cover for the bird at present. We could not, in all moral and ethical judgment, allow the birds to remain in the state, hoping that they would survive. We have an obligation to mankind to protect the species that we have been given dominion over and make the best decisions that succeeding generations can benefit from them. We are at the point of extinction of our mountain chicken with no other population anywhere for repopulation. We were forced to change our national dish to accommodate the decline in the species, and if they really go out completely, then we may have to consider removing it from the coat of arms. This is what we are faced with if the national bird goes into extinction. Apart from the hurricanes, Dominica is also threatened by volcanic eruptions, and as such, all measures must be put in place to protect our biodiversity. These are the reasons why a decision was made for captive breeding. A lot has been said and it has been branded as smuggling of the birds, but just to calm the concerns of the general public, there was no smuggling of the birds. The birds were moved utilizing all the security measures necessary to ensure that the birds arrive safely in their destination. Thank you.